Right now, as you listen to this, there are two invisible forces pulling on your life: scarcity and abundance. Scarcity is the chain. Abundance is the key. The broke, the struggling, the ones who always feel stuck. They don't just lack money, they lack vision. They lack belief. They lack the mental wiring that allows them to rise. Think about this. Two people can live in the same city, work in the same environment, even earn the same income, yet one thrives and the other struggles. Why? Because one sees through the lens of scarcity, while the other sees through the lens of abundance. Scarcity says, "There's not enough, I'm stuck. The world is unfair." Abundance says, "There's more than enough, I will create it. I am responsible for my destiny." The difference between broke and wealthy does not begin with money. It begins with your mindset. Kevin Trudeau once said, "Most people don't fail because they can't. They fail because they think too small." Scarcity shrinks your vision. It convinces you to lower your standards. It keeps you average. But abundance expands, it grows, it multiplies. It makes you believe that your best life is possible, and it pushes you to create it. Bob Proctor, who spent decades teaching prosperity, said, "Wealth is not about what you do, it's about who you become." So this isn't just another motivational talk. This is a framework for transformation. We'll break down what it really takes to escape the scarcity trap and rewire your mind for success and abundance. From David Goggins' relentless discipline to Joe Dispenza's science of rewiring your brain, from Napoleon Hill's timeless truths to Steve Harvey's journey from homeless to household name, you'll learn the mindset that separates the broke from the wealthy. Because once you think like the wealthy, you can live like the wealthy. Scarcity isn't just about your wallet. It's about how you see the world. When you live in scarcity, you live in fear. You believe life is a zero-sum game. If someone else wins, you lose. If someone else succeeds, it must mean less success is available for you. That's the trap. And most of society is stuck in it. Chris Williamson calls it the silent killer of potential. Scarcity convinces people to settle. It whispers, "Be realistic. Don't aim too high. Don't get disappointed." It robs you of ambition before you even try. Think about how many people stay in jobs they hate because they're afraid of risk. How many bury their talents because they fear judgment? How many choose comfort zones over growth zones? Kevin Trudeau exposed this decades ago. The masses are programmed to think in limitation. From childhood, we are told, money doesn't grow on trees. Play it safe. Don't expect too much. Be grateful for what you have. On the surface, it sounds responsible, but hidden inside those messages is programming. Don't dream big. Don't think differently. Don't chase abundance. Scarcity makes people compete instead of create. It makes them hoard instead of invest. It convinces them to chase security instead of freedom. And here's the brutal truth. Scarcity thinking keeps people broke, not their job, not their background, not their education, their mindset. Napoleon Hill, writing in the 1930s, noticed it clearly. Most people go through life waiting for opportunities instead of creating them. They live small and they die small, never realizing they were capable of more. But abundance thinkers, they don't wait. They don't compete for crumbs. They bake their own bread. They build their own tables. They expand the pie. Scarcity says, "There's not enough to go around." Abundance says, "There's more than enough. And if I can't find it, I'll create it." Until you recognize the scarcity trap for what it is, a prison of thought. You'll never break free. Here's the good news. Scarcity is not permanent. It's a mental program. And like any program, it can be rewritten. Joe Dispenza teaches us that your brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity means your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors can literally reshape your brain. Every time you repeat a thought, you strengthen that pathway, which means every scarcity thought is a repetition of limitation. But every abundance thought is a repetition of expansion. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich unlocked this secret nearly a century ago. He wrote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." That's not just a catchy phrase. It's a scientific truth. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It believes what you tell it over and over again. Bob Proctor reinforced this. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. You don't manifest abundance by begging for it. You manifest it by becoming it. So, how do you rewire your mind for abundance? Through using awareness. Notice the scarcity language you use. Words like, I can't, I'll never, it's too hard. That's programming. And what you verbalize, you reinforce. Through using visualization, Rhonda Byrne reminded the world that thoughts become things. If you want wealth, picture it. If you want success, see it. Create mental movies of the life you desire. The more you rehearse abundance in your mind, the more your brain accepts it as reality. Through having gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus. Scarcity obsesses over what's missing. Gratitude celebrates what's present. And as Byrne reminds us, what you appreciate, appreciates. Through using positive identity, Quantum Shake teaches money is energy. If your energy is fear, money runs away. If your energy is gratitude and power, money flows. Identity is energy. Stop saying, I'm broke. Stop calling yourself unlucky. Start declaring abundance with conviction. This is not magic, it's alignment. The wealthy don't think scarcity. They think growth, expansion, possibility, and then they act accordingly. If you want to escape the trap, start rewiring your thoughts today. Let's be real. You can visualize all day long. You can repeat affirmations until you're blue in the face. But if you don't back it up with discipline, it's wasted breath. David Goggins will tell you, motivation is crap. Discipline is everything. When he was overweight, broke, and hopeless, he didn't wait for motivation to knock on his door. He built discipline brick by brick, waking up early, running when he didn't want to, pushing past pain. Abundance thinkers know this. Success is not built on feelings. It's built on standards. Ed Mylett calls discipline the highest form of self-love. Because when you choose discipline, you're saying, my future matters more than my excuses. My vision matters more than my comfort. Eric Thomas, the hip-hop preacher, takes it even further. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That level of hunger eliminates excuses. Steve Harvey's life is a perfect example. Homeless, sleeping in his car, he could have given up. But discipline kept him on stage. Discipline kept him telling jokes when no one was laughing. Discipline built the empire he stands on today. Here's the truth. Abundance without discipline is delusion. If you want wealth, you must live like the wealthy. That means wake up before the world. Protect your mind like gold. Train your body like an athlete. Read more than you scroll. Execute daily, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is abundance in motion. And once it's built, abundance has no choice but to follow. Now, let's talk about money. Because abundance without financial strategy is incomplete. Ramit Sethi says, don't just earn more, design a rich life. That means being intentional about money. What do you want it for? Freedom? Family? Experiences? Wealth is not just numbers, it's lifestyle. Jen Sincero says, you are a badass at making money, but only if you stop treating money like it's evil or out of reach. Many people repel money because deep down, they don't feel worthy of it. Abundance starts with self-worth. Myron Golden teaches, wealth is a byproduct of solving problems. If you want more money, solve bigger problems for more people. Scarcity focuses on the problems it faces. Abundance focuses on the problems it can solve for others. Luke Belmar explains, money flows to those who build systems. If you're trading time for money, you'll always be capped. Wealthy people design systems, businesses, investments, networks that compound without their constant effort. Ziad Makhzoumi adds the strategic layer. Wealth isn't luck, it's engineered. The wealthy have plans, structures, and financial literacy. Pigili, a financial strategist, warns, you can't out-earn a scarcity mindset. Even if you make more, you'll lose it without the right psychology. That's why lottery winners go broke, but abundance thinkers multiply every dollar. The truth, money is not the goal. It's the tool. Scarcity hoards it. Abundance multiplies it. Scarcity fears losing it. Abundance invests it to create more. That's why wealthy thinkers don't just make money, they flow with it. They respect it, manage it, and use it with purpose. Here's the final key. Abundance isn't about chasing, it's about attracting. Steve Harvey didn't just chase money, he became the kind of man money chases. Persistent, faithful, vision-driven. Danny Morell teaches, when your actions align with your higher self, abundance flows naturally. The universe rewards alignment. Grim Hustle says, wealth is identity. If you see yourself as broke, you'll behave broke. If you see yourself as wealthy, you'll act wealthy, and the world responds. Bedros Keuilian drives it home. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your standards. Your standards create your reality. So the real secret isn't to want more, it's to become more. To become the person who abundance cannot ignore. Abundance is not luck, it's not fate, it's identity. Let me leave you with this. The broke stay broke because they wait. The wealthy rise because they move. Chris Williamson reminds us, clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from action. Rhonda Byrne reminds us, gratitude unlocks abundance. Napoleon Hill declared, thoughts become things. David Goggins screams, stop making excuses, stay disciplined. Ed Milet whispers, your best life is waiting on the other side of discomfort. Steve Harvey proves, your gift will make room for you. And Myron Golden teaches, wealth is designed, not accidental. So today, make the decision. Will you stay stuck in scarcity or step into abundance? Stop waiting, stop doubting, stop living small. Escape the scarcity trap. Rewire your mind. Build discipline. Embrace wealth psychology. And most importantly, become the person who abundance is drawn to. Because the truth is this, success isn't just about what you do. It's about who you become. And once you become the person who lives in abundance, money, opportunities, and success won't just knock at your door. They'll break it down.